Do you think unconditional love is possible in a romantic relationship, or are people only as loyal as their options?
I think unconditional love is definitely a thing if both partners are 100% invested. I'm almost positive that it will work. I mean, curiosity will always be a thing no matter what. That's something you cannot stop. But if you don't act on it, then yes.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? A man's loyalty is tested when he has everything, while a woman's loyalty is tested when her man has nothing.
I feel like that is true.
It's true.
I feel like when a man is down and out, that's a woman's scapegoat to get out the relationship and out the system. And I feel like when a man is up and has everything, power, money, women, that's when you know if he really loves you and he's loyal, if he sticks by your side and holds you down, 10 toes down, always.
I agree with that 110%. That's valid.
So wouldn't that mean that people are only as loyal as their options?
Oh, you're stressing me out. Yes. Why are you doing this to me? Oh my God, but you're telling me things that I never really thought about.
I'm not telling you what you want to hear, I'm telling you what you need to hear.
My boyfriend just broke up with me. This is everything I need to hear.
Really, what you got with me?
Yeah.
Have you noticed the things
I told him that charisma. Shout out to It's Complicated. Listen, I'll leave a link to the video down in the description box down below. You guys can go up there and finish out the rest of the video. I think that last question is very interesting. Are people only as loyal as their options? I would say no. I think there's certain people that have uncountable amount of options, but they choose not to exercise those options for whatever reason. So like, for example, let me give you guys a brief example. So like, let's say that, you know, I'm a young man in my 20s and I have all of these options of women, and let's say that's within a relationship or not, you know, or not in a relationship, versus if I'm later on in life and I still have similar options, you know, at like 45, 55 years old or something like that, of women in and out of relationship. Those two examples, although the options are there, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to disrespect them any more so at 50 as opposed to 20. And in fact, the 45 or the 50-year-old is probably less likely because he reaches a different stage of understanding himself, wisdom within that, unlocking those things within it. Now, it doesn't mean that he wouldn't feel good releasing himself on different types of women, but I think that there's a ingrained sense of emptiness as you do that later into your life, as opposed to in your early 20s when the testosterone is high, when components of your self-worth established around how many women that you can slay is particularly high, and the peer pressure within that is doctrinated on what is determined to be masculine by most young men, your lay count. So in essence, simply, the option still may be there, but depending upon your disposition at that current junction of your life, you'll choose whether to be loyal. All right?
Hi, Nigerian men. I am looking for a husband, someone that wants to come to the United States and spend his life with me. I own my own home. I have a really good job, and I want you to be able to come here and have a better life. If you're interested, hit me up. And also, I have NASH.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Facts. Don't ask me how I know this, but the nyash that she's referring to means that she's got the extra supple, viscous innards. Yeah, your boy's international. I simply could not believe this because she was a queen independent woman in the States, and now she's importing without representation while shaking her nyash to advertise the integrity of the innards. But just like Kaya said, you simply can't make this shit up.
You're single still, right?
Yeah.
How you like it?
It's amazing. And as you get older, too,
Yeah.
it's even better.
Yeah.
Because now you're even more set in your ways. And you're not putting up with any bullshit. You might have put up with it 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, you know, not anymore. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm so good.
You know, some chick, you know, you want to go kayak? Nah, go yourself. Have fun. If you drown, I'll get in contact with your family. 20 years ago, I'd be, let me fucking tie one to the roof and go fucking kayak. Yeah, I'm good now. My testosterone's under 400. I'm not putting up with your bullshit anymore. I'm good. Go paint the garage yourself. I'll give you pussy if you go paint the garage. Nah, I'm good. I didn't even know we had a garage. I've been on the couch for the last 3 years.
Listen, I got a story to tell, actually. I was recently invited out to a friend of a friend's crib, right? And it was unbeknownst to me, at first at least, that I was in a room full of not only rabid feminists, but also pacified married men. The topic of gender roles came up, and I shit you not, one of the married women in the room said, women are smarter than men. And I stood back and I just watched. I was silent, right? Because I was looking at all the cackles and the laughing and the high-fiving of the women in the room and shit. Completely unchallenged or unabated from the happy wife, happy life, indoctrinated, tail between their legs, married men in the room. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, damn, feminists don't even understand how misandrist they actually are. So I finally decided to partake in the conversation and I ask a very simple question. If women are truly way more smarter than men, then why have they not built most of the world's technologies or most of the world's advancements in our society? Which I will admit is a logically inconsistent question to ask. The most logical question to ask them is, hey, have you seen the scientific studies regarding IQ regarding men and women? And you'll see that there's no statistical difference that the researchers found between both sexes. But I asked the question in that way because I wanted to throw just a little bit of fire in that bitch. And it just so happens it just wasn't a little bit of fire because I watched in the room as their worlds begin to burn in front of them, which concluded with one of the feminists yelling from the top of her lungs about how disrespectful that I am while wagging a finger in my face and then being escorted into another room to calm down. Modern day feminists think that affirming or supporting men based on truth is disrespecting or oppressing women. They don't want to fight for equality. They want to fight for their mouths to be heard and to have their echo chambers upgraded while diminishing the thoughts of anyone else who do not agree with them. This is the reality that both men and women of today's generations have grown up with. So much so that men are choosing to marry these man-hating misandrists, having to sit there and listen to that garbage and quell their inner manhood for a crack at love and consistent sex. Because I'll be goddamn if I risk the freedom in my singleness and my manhood to sacrifice that for what Disney lied to me about.
Few of us have dated somebody as horrible as Future, right? You know, that's on the extreme. But many of us in our messy boots 20s dated people, no car, babies out of wedlock, like no place to live. Girl, when I was 21, I was dating a man who texted me once a week, was sleeping on his sister's floor, had a raggedy car, one of the windows was busted out the car, like horrible. But you know, it's like, yeah, I had to do it to know not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Good stories, good sex. I felt like I was, you know, being rebellious and having fun. He was real attractive, okay? But he didn't have no house. Honestly, it's not even that he didn't have a house, it's that he used to text me once a week and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was busy. Busy doing what? You don't have a job. What are you busy doing? And like 33-year-old Kimberly wouldn't do that. But it's like you're figuring your shit out.
Guys, I debate this topic often, but you know, I think that the reality of the situation is that in modern dating today, you cannot find women that have not dealt with a Future phase or a Pookie phase. So as a modern man dealing with these modern women, I just ask myself two separate questions if I'm thinking about being serious with said woman. The first question is how horrid was her Pookie or her hoe phase? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how deep was she in it, right? Was this like a 6-month stint, right? A trip to Miami, something crazy happened? Or was this like 10 years of just being crazy with it? And then two, does she still exhibit those behaviors or still hangs around women that exhibit those behaviors? Because men, you must understand this. Listen to me if you haven't learned nothing from me before. You have to fight through the new age programming that instructs you to ignore women's past. Modern men today need to judge a woman's past just the same way that modern women judge a man's future. And what's crazy about that is that men today will get shamed for judging women by their past, but there's no information up here that tells women not to judge you based off of your goals or your dreams or your ambitions, which is completely unfair, by the way, because judging modern men by their goals or dreams or ambitions, or, you know, how much money that you think that they're going to make going into the future is way more stress for them as compared to a woman's past. Why? Because so often women just lie about their past, right? How many women do y'all know have moved cities and moved states and completely reinvented themselves? Which is why actually I've been thinking about a business idea. I'm thinking about creating a business called the Hofax, okay? Think about like Carfax for your car, but it's like Hofax, all right? We got a database of the mileage of your woman's insides or her innards, and we can give you the Hofax report, type it all up so you can make the appropriate decision on whether or not to take her seriously. $1 trillion business.
So I gotta get this off my chest, I'm sorry. So y'all know in my last video, I talked about not being a wife to your boyfriend, how it's levels to this shit. Be acting like a wife if you ain't one.
Oh, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad. What did you fold in my clothes? They're gonna be mad. Oh my God. Damn, you damn near have them in the color court? Wow. I know a lot of people are mad about this.
I use my relationship as an example because I've been in a long-term relationship and there's just some things I don't do. Things I consider to be duties a wife would do.
And by the way she takes care of me, she inspires me every day.
I don't answer this way. This is what she do.
Oh, why he ain't, he must not, he. Baby, where in y'all mind do y'all believe that marriage is solely up to the man? If anything... If anything, it's my decision. Trust me, a man knows when you want to marry his ass. And let's be clear, I've never been one of those women who walk around the world looking for a man or a husband. Getting married is not even in my top 3. It's barely making my top 5.
Being a domestic partner is normal for her. I take care of the bills, she takes care of the house. That's the kind of world I want to live in.
I don't want to hear, oh, why men always have to pay. Because women are the prize. I'm not going half. I'm not tipping. I'm not, oh, my turn. I'm not your girlfriend, okay? McDonald's don't suffice for me no more. I'm grown. I'm grown!
This is my partner in crime. My lover, my friend, my translator, my right hand here in Thailand. And the craziest part of it all, the women outnumber the men here, it seems like 40-1.
Getting married is not even in my top 3. It's barely making my top 5. But it is something I want one day.
When the complete bastardization or the simplification or the equality of gender roles becomes the norm in a particular culture, and specifically a first world culture, then the men get the shit end of the stick. The man hating, the disrespect become norm within the culture. And in fact, women are conditioned to compete with men while disregarding their own feminine nature, their own feminine virtues. I don't gotta deal with women who don't appreciate me, who don't appreciate men, as if my masculinity is inherently toxic and I can't flex my complete and utter masculine being for fear of getting shamed out of it or insulted out of it. For all the other men that have the opportunity to travel, go get y'all passports. My passport actually recently just ended, so I gotta get a renewal right now. So I actually just got mine expedited so I could get it even sooner. You know what I mean? Because your boy gotta do some traveling, all right? Last point. For all of the women today that don't appreciate the modern bullshit that they have identified as toxic for them, not securing a man that they want, a man of value, y'all gotta begin to start speaking up against the bullshit as well, because no more ever in the history of ever has this shit erupted to the way that it is today. And I know that y'all see it, but the engineering of the sister code must be broken down. Sister Shahrazad Ali tried to do it 30 years ago, but she had uncountable amount of critics try to silence her. Let's try to re-engineer this today, and it's going to take a lot more than one in order to be able to do it. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Do y'all agree with me? Do y'all not? Leave it down in the comment box down below. This one should make for absolutely fruitful discussion. I'll see y'all soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace!